Our mission is to put God's love into action as Habitat for Humanity brings people together to build homes, communities, and hope. Habitat is known around the world for empowering people to become homeowners and for working alongside them to build those homes in real time. It's not a stretch then to imagine that communities grow out of the homes that we build, the legacy that endures as more and more people become homeowners. But what about hope? After 20 years of helping to empower families in Oakland County, we have come to realize that Habitat's greatest legacy, its greatest contribution, its most lasting and inspiring effort is our dedication to build hope. So let's take a quick look back to see how Habitat for Humanity has brought people together in Oakland County over the last 20 years to build homes, communities, and hope.
You heard about
through a church bulletin.
Yeah.
And it was describing homelessness.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, oh my goodness, yes, and there's families that don't have homes or they don't have decent housing. And there's children that don't have anywhere to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why I thought, oh, I have to go and I have to see if I can help in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Early Habitat board members found out that actually starting a nonprofit can prove to be much more challenging than one initially expects.
The first thing I remember is that Millard said, you get $3,000 in the bank and you dig your first basement, start the house. It took us a while to do that. Raising money at that time for this organization was a little difficult.
In addition to finding funds and volunteers, the most critical role of early board members was to find and select potential partner families. Frances Berger and Ann Brown recall how fortunate they felt selecting Doreen Marquis as the first Habitat homeowner in Oakland County.
I think Doreen kept the drive going, the first house, because we were all so anxious for her to be in this house, and she was so willing to put in the sweat equity that she was there every single minute she could be there. Mm-hmm. And we wanted to be there with her and for the children. Once we chose her, the TV stations wanted her, the newspapers wanted her when they saw her. Exactly. And she said, I am so anxious to get in there and swing a hammer. I got my own tool belt.
She did.
The mood among early volunteers and board members was filled with hope and enthusiasm, even when the challenges seemed insurmountable. It is perhaps not surprising that both affiliates were founded through local churches, since those early members found that faith was a critical cornerstone to building the Habitat mission.
There was a lot of what we like to refer to as building on faith, that the money would come. We were, in some sense, doing God's work on earth. God will provide, which, from my perspective, he did.
There was a lot of faith, there was a lot of optimism, there was a lot of hope. We built on faith, and sometimes cash flow was a little behind faith, but the outcome was good. I mean, good people trying to do the right thing to promote safe, decent, affordable housing in Oakland County.
Unfortunately, no organization was immune from the financial impact of the national recession, which hit hard later that year, and which would continue to impact the economy and housing industry in Southeast Michigan for several years to come.
Well, we had to watch the environment, and obviously, what had been a county of great opportunity and economic prosperity changed with the times. So we did a pretty good pivot. We read the signs. Service to families, whether it's a critical home repair where we're putting in a furnace or a roof for a couple that are maybe aged, that's serving a family. And the old metric of a whole home, did we build a whole home, I think is probably less relevant today than families served.
The 20-year story of Habitat for Humanity in Oakland County has witnessed many successes and challenges. But through it all, that story has been all about hope. Hope as seen in the faces of the families we have been blessed to come to know.
That's what has kept me coming back year after year for Habitat was the interaction with the partner families and seeing how they are and how blessed they feel. And it's a blessing to be part of that.